Whole sports all plays. Yeah. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Whole sports all plays.
Get ready. This summer, the Arena League Sports is on ASAP Network. Tune in live on either the
What's up? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Thursday, April 14th, 2022. Got a big show today. We'll break down today's slate of Major League Baseball games. And then we're also going to talk UFC Fight Night, Khalil Muhammad versus Luque. Should be a good UFC this weekend. So we'll break that down as well. All right. Give me 1 second here. Make sure we have... Okay. All right. We're live Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. 3 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. All right. We're good on sound. But yeah, 3 p.m. Monday through Friday on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room, or on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter at All Sports All Plays, the ASAP Sports Network. Big thanks to them for having Easy Money, a sports betting show on their network. I just got done doing the afternoon blitz. It's called the ASAP Afternoon Blitz afternoon show we do at 1 o'clock Eastern, Monday through Friday on the ASAP All Sports All Plays network. Make sure you go check that out. I also make appearances on the morning show, and I'm also on the show in the evening time with Jay McLovin and Logan Landers and Frankie Cruz. Big shout out to them guys for having me on Unscripted. Go check out their Facebook page at Unscripted. You won't be disappointed. They're knowledgeable guys. They do shows every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7, and they also do a show on Saturday evenings at 8. So go check them out as well. Check out the YouTube page. Please hit the subscribe button. We're on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. All right, let's go ahead and jump into today's slate of games. We'll start in Major League Baseball, and then we'll talk UFC. In Major League Baseball today, games going on right now. You have the Oakland Athletics at the Tampa Bay Rays. The Athletics are up 6-3 in the 8th inning. And right now they have the Athletics as two and a half run favorites, and they're minus 2,000 on the money line. Then you have the Seattle Mariners at the Chicago White Sox. The Mariners are up 2-0 in the 4th inning. The Mariners are currently 1.5 run favorites. They're minus 280 on the money line. The White Sox are at plus 205. And then that leads us to the first game that has not started yet. Is the St. Louis Cardinals at the Milwaukee Brewers. This game's at 5:15 p.m. Eastern time. You have the Brewers are 1.5 run favorites. They are minus 146 on the money line. Cardinals are plus 124 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8 runs. You have Adam Wainwright on the mound for the Cardinals, and the Brewers, you have Woodruff on the mound. I'm going with the Cardinals in this game. I don't bet against Adam Wainwright. Every time I bet against Adam Wainwright, he burns me. I'm going with the Cardinals here on the money line at the plus 124. Next game is the Washington Nationals at the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates are 1.5 run favorites. They are minus 134 on the money line. The Nationals are plus 114 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 9. You have Adone on the mound for the Nationals and Brubaker on the mound for the Pirates. Neither one of these teams have got off to great starts this season. I'm going to go with the Nationals on the road just because I think they're a better team than the Pirates. So I'm going to go with the Nationals at the plus 114 on the money line. Going with the underdog on that one. Then you have the Philadelphia Phillies at the Miami Marlins. The Marlins are 1.5 run favorites at home. They are minus 120 on the money line. The Phillies are plus 102 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8. The Phillies have Gibson on the mound, and the Marlins will have Alcantara on the mound. I like the Marlins here. Alcantara has been pitching well. Phillies just haven't got their offense going. They have a powerful offense, so with Harper in the middle of that lineup. But I'm going to go with the Marlins here at the minus 120 on the money line. Next game is the Toronto Blue Jays at the New York Yankees. The Yankees are 1.5 run favorites. They are minus 132 on the money line. The Blue Jays are plus 112 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8.5. You have Gosman on the mound for the Blue Jays. Severino on the mound for the Yankees. These teams have split the first 2 games of this series. This is a 4-game series. I'm going with the Blue Jays tonight because Gosman's on the mound, and the Blue Jays have one of the best offenses in the league, especially when they get hot. So I'm gonna go with the Blue Jays. Blue Jays got the win last night. I look for them to get another win tonight. Do have to see how hurt Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s hand is. Play at first, he went to catch the ball and he put his hand on the ground and got stepped on. His hand was bleeding. He came back and finished the game and hit some home runs and stuff. So I would think he'd be all right for today. But I like the Blue Jays on the money line against the Yankees. Gosman on the mound. Next game we have is the Los Angeles Angels at the Texas Rangers. The Angels are 1.5 point favorites on the road, or run favorites on the road. They are minus 152 on the money line. The Rangers are plus 128 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8.5. You got Ohtani on the mound for the Angels, Dunning on the mound for the Rangers. The Angels are coming into this game. They're on a 2-game winning streak. They are 3-3 on the season. Ohtani's on the mound, and that means he'll be DH in the day. The Rangers are 1-4 on the season, and they have struggled offensively. They've struggled hitting the ball and scoring runs. I don't see that improving against Ohtani today. So for that reason, I like the Angels at the minus 152 on the money line. Next game is the Atlanta Braves at the San Diego Padres. The Braves are 1.5 run favorites. They are minus 108 on the money line. The Padres are also minus 108 on the money line. This game is basically a pick 'em. And the over-under on this game is set at 8. You have Morton on the mound for the Braves, and you have Musgrove on the mound for the Padres. The Braves have been struggling offensively. They haven't been able to get their bats going yet. They're coming off a loss. The Padres are on a 2-game losing streak as well. I like the pitching matchup here with Morton on the mound. I like Morton a little more than I like Musgrove. So I'm going with the Braves at the minus 108 on the money line. Next game, we have the Detroit Tigers at the Kansas City Royals. The Royals are 1.5 run favorites at home. They are minus 130 on the money line. The Tigers are plus 110 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8.5. The Tigers on the mound for the Tigers is Mize, and you have Greinke on the mound for the Royals. The Tigers are 2-4 on the season. They have really struggled offensively. They're hitting 195 as a team so far this season, and pitching wise, hasn't been great either. As their pitching staff has an ERA of 4.80, and opponents are hitting almost 250 off their pitchers. The Royals are 2-3 on the season. They are hitting 215 as a team, but their pitching staff has an ERA of 680. But even with that said, the Tigers don't have a lineup that well of a lineup. Their pitching gets hit hard. I think the Royals pitching, Greinke is going to be able to hold up against the Tigers offense. I like the Royals here at the minus 130 on the money line at home. Next game is the Chicago Cubs at the Colorado Rockies. The Cubs are 3-2 on the season. The Rockies are 1.5 run favorites in this game. They are minus 126 on the money line. The Cubs are plus 108 on the money line, and the over-under for this game is set at 11.5. You have Still on the mound for the Cubs and Freeland on the mound for the Rockies. The Cubs are 3-2 on the season. They're hitting 242 as a team on the season. They've scored 20 runs, and their pitching staff has a a 2.50 ERA. The Rockies are 4-1. They're hitting 266 as a team. They've scored 25 runs so far this season, and their pitching staff has an ERA of 2.54. I like the pitching matchup here for this game with the Rockies, with Freeland on the mound. I'm going with the Rockies at the minus 126 on the money line. And I would look toward the under the 11.5. Next game is the Cincinnati Reds at the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers are 1.5 run favorites at home. They're minus 275 on the money line. The Reds are plus 225 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 8.5. You have Sessa on the mound for the Reds and Buehler on the mound for the Dodgers. The Reds have not gotten off to a great start this season. They split the first series with the Braves 2-2. They've lost 2 in a row now. Sessa is starting. He's only pitched a couple innings this season, and he has no runs allowed. Buehler's on the mound for the Dodgers. He's 1-0 with a 3.60 ERA, and that's in 5 innings pitched this season. The Dodgers are on a 2-game winning streak. The Reds struggled to put up runs yesterday. The pitching's been struggling as well. I'm a big Reds fan, so I'm not going to bet against the Reds. This is a game I'm probably going to lay off of. But if I was going to bet this game as an impartial fan, I would take the Dodgers at the minus 1.5. Like I said, this is a game I don't pick because I'm a big Reds fan. I think the Reds are going to win every game, or at least hope they're going to win every game. All right, that is all the baseball games for today. I'll give out my picks of the day on the baseball games here toward the end of the show. But all right, we'll get ready to talk some UFC. But before we jump into the UFC, let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll jump right back in and talk some UFC fight night, Muhammad versus Luque. Enjoy this quick commercial, and we'll be right back.
Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. Sport all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so type the laces. Whole sports all plays. All sports all plays, network. We on top of our game. All sports all plays. All sports all plays.
Get ready. This summer, the Arena League Sports is on ASAP Network. Tune in live on either the Tiki Live or Roku app, as well as your smart home TV.
All right, welcome back. Now we're going to get ready to talk some UFC, break down the fights for the big UFC card this weekend. Main event on the card is Belal Muhammad against Vincent Luque. We get it pulled up here real quick, and we'll jump right into it. We'll start with the prelims. Start with the prelims here. Like I said, this is UFC Fight Night. Belal Muhammad versus Vincent Luque is the main event, but we're going to start in the prelims. First fight in the prelims, you have Heli Alatang against Kevin Kroom. Alatang is a minus 188 favorite. Kroom is a plus 152 underdog. Alatang is 30 years old. He's 14-8 in 2. He has 4 losses by decision, 3 losses by TKO or knockout, and 1 loss by submission. He has 7 wins by decision. 4 of his wins are by KO or TKO. 3 wins by submission. Has pretty good striking. Decent or good grappling here. Kroom is the bigger fighter in this fight. He's 34 years old. He's going to have a 6.5-inch reach advantage. He's 21-14 on the season. He's 21-14 in his career. Excuse me. I was talking baseball earlier and I got my mind messed up. But he has a 5 wins by decision, 6 wins by knockout or TKO, and 10 wins by submission. I think Alateng's going to win this fight. Alateng's going to be able to push forward, use his boxing to get in there and be able to get his takedowns and get on the inside. Kroom is the bigger fighter and has a 6.5-inch reach advantage. But for some reason, in his fights, he really don't use his length as his length to his advantage like you think he would. So I like Alateng in this fight at the -188 on the money line. Second fight in the prelims, you have Stella Nunes against Sam Hughes. Nunes is a -235 favorite. Hughes is a +186 underdog. Nunes is 29 years old. She's going to have a 2-inch reach advantage. 5 wins by decision, 2 wins by knockout or TKO. She has a poor takedown defense, but she has great striking and she throws a lot of volume. But her takedown defense isn't the best. Hughes is 29 years old. She has 1 win by decision, 1 win by knockout or TKO, and 3 wins by submission. She has a career record of 5-4. She is on a 3-fight losing streak. She has good grappling and she has good grappling. She's a well-rounded fighter. Her striking is not terrible, but it's not I wouldn't say it's high level. I like Nunes in this fight because of her volume and her forward pressure. I think she's going to be able to keep this fight on the feet. As long as this fight stays on the feet, I see Nunes winning this fight. So I like Nunes. At -235 in the money line, I'd probably use her in a parlay, but I like Nunes to win this fight. Next fight is Jordan Levitt against Trey Ogden. Ogden is a -142 favorite. Levitt is a +116 underdog. Levitt is 9-1, has good grappling, 2 wins by decision, 6 wins by submission, and 1 win by knockout or TKO. Ogden is 15-4. This will be his UFC debut. He has good grappling, he's the better striker in this fight. He has 4 wins by decision, 11 wins by submission, and 3 losses by submission. This is going to be a close fight, I believe. I can see this fight going either way, but I think Levitt's fought the tougher competition, and I think Levitt's grappling is going to be the difference in this fight. I think Levitt's going to be able to get this fight to the ground, use his ground and pound. So I'm going with the underdog in Jordan Levitt at the +116 on the money line. All right, let's moving right along. Let's move to the next fight here on the UFC card. It is Chris Barnett against Martin Budai. Budai is a -230 favorite. Barnett is a +184 underdog. Barnett is 22-7, has 5 wins by decision, 17 wins by knockout or TKO. He's 4-1 in his last 5 fights. Barnett has 3 losses by decision, 3 losses by knockout or TKO, 1 loss by submission. Cardio is a question. He has good leg kicks. Budai is 9-1. His level of competition is what worries me a little bit. I don't know if he's fought quite the level of competition. Oh, I know he hasn't fought the level of competition as Barnett has. But Budai has a 2-inch reach advantage. He has 1 win by decision, 7 wins by knockout, and 2 losses by decision. So 7 wins by knockout, 1 win by submission, 5-0 in his last 5. Excuse me. and he has one loss by decision on his record. That's how he lost his one loss. I like Budai in this fight. I think Budai is going to be able to weather the storm of Barnett, be able to use his 2-inch reach advantage to his 2-inch reach to his advantage, and I like Martin Budai at the minus 230 on the money line. Next fight we get is Jesse Ronson against Rafa Garcia. This is going to be a real good fight. This fight's basically a pick 'em. Both fighters are at minus 110 on the money line. Ronson is 36 years old, 21-10. Takedown defense is questionable. Don't have the best takedown defense, but it has good striking. Has 4 wins by decision, 10 knockout wins. So he has decent power. 7 wins by submission. And he has 7 losses by decision, 2 losses by knockout or TKO, and he's been beat by submission 1 time. But he has good power in his hands. He has decent grappling, good offensive wrestling, but his takedown defense isn't great. Rafa Garcia is 27 years old. He's 13-2. He's going to throw big right hooks and a couple left hooks. Really don't use a jab. He's more of a wrestle box. He's going to box to get into his wrestling. He has good power in his hands, and he has good forward pressure. He's always moving forward in his fights. He has 4 wins by decision, one win by knockout or TKO, and 7 wins by submission. His 2 losses in MMA have been by decision. I like Rafa Garcia in this fight. I think his power and his striking is going to be the difference. And I can see him getting this fight to the ground and doing some ground and pound. So I like Garcia here on the money line. Next fight, you have Brandon Jenkins against Ricard Close. Close is a minus 650 favorite. Jenkins is a plus 440 underdog. This is going to be a good fight. Jenkins is 30 years old. He's 15-8 in his career. He has wild striking, does a lot of spinning attacks. He does have 10 wins by knockout, and he has 3 wins by submission, and he's 3-2 over his last 5 fights. Close is 11-2-1. He's had a long layoff. He's the more balanced fighter out of the two. Close has 4 wins by knockout. He's going to have better cardio in this fight. He has a high level of striking defense, which I think is going to cause trouble for Jenkins. He's 3-2 over his last 5. The long layoff with Close kind of scares me a little bit, but I still like Close winning this fight. But at minus 650, that's way too high. So it's not something I'd bet. I would bet money on because there's no value. But maybe put him in a parlay. But I like Close at the minus 650 in this fight. Next fight is Landsberg versus Kinazad, Panny Kinazad. Kinazad is a minus 430 favorite, as Landsberg is a plus 320 underdog. Landsberg is 40 years old, 10-5, 6 wins by decision, 4 wins by knockout or TKO. Lost last fight to Sarah McMahon by a fight. She's 3-2 over her last 5 fights. Kinazad is 15-6. Beat Landsberg a while back by TKO. She's 4-1 over her last 5. 12 wins by decision. She lost her last fight to Raquel Pennington. I think Kinazad wins this fight here. I think her striking is just going to be too much for Landsberg. So I like Kinazad to win this fight. And then the last fight on the prelims, you have Devin Clark against William Knight. Clark is a minus 184 favorite. Knight is a plus 148 underdog. Clark is 31 years old, 12-6. in MMA, 2-3 over last 5. Good wrestling and decent striking. He'll have a 2-inch reach advantage in this fight. He has 8 wins by decision, 3 wins by knockout or TKO, and 1 win by submission. Knight is 34 years old. He's 11-3, has good power. His cardio is good as well. He's okay wrestling wise. He does have 9 wins by knockout. So that shows you how good his power is. I think Clark's going to be able to get the takedowns here and be able to use his ground and pound. So I like Clark in this fight at the minus 184 on the money line. All right, let's move over to the main card. First fight on the main card is Angie Luza against Lazez. Luza is a plus 172 underdog. Lazez is a minus 215 favorite. Lazez is 10-2, good in the clinch. You'll have a 3-inch reach advantage, 2 wins by decision, 8 wins by knockout or TKO. And is 3-2 in the last 5. Was supposed to fight Dos Santos, but that got changed. So now Lazez is actually the favorite, where before I thought Santos would win the fight. So I'm going with Lazez here at the minus 215. All right, next fight on the main card, you have Pat Sabatini against TJ Laramie. Sabatini is a minus 500 favorite to Laramie is a plus 360 underdog. Sabatini is 16-3, undefeated in the UFC. Great grappling, 5-0 over the last 5. Decent striking, not the elite striking, but good enough striking. A 4-inch reach advantage, has 4 wins by decision, 2 wins by knockout, 10 wins by submission. Laramie is 12-4. He has good power. He's 4-1 over his last 5. And he's coming off a submission loss. He does have 7 wins by knockout or TKO. Decent takedowns, but I see Sabatini being able to control this fight. Then you have Bruno Silva against Yanan Wu. Silva's a minus 500 favorite. Wu's a plus 360 underdog. Silva is 30 years old, 7-2-1, good Muay Thai, a well-rounded fighter, has 5 wins by submission. Wu is 25, 12-4, coming off a loss or long layoff due to knee injury. 7 wins by knockout, has good kickboxing. I like Silva in this fight. Just a long layoff, coming off an injury, coming into a fight with somebody like Silva, I just don't think is going to go well for Wu. Like Silva here. Then we have Andre Fiallo against Miguel Baiza. Baiza is a minus 200 favorite. Fiallo is a plus 160 underdog. Fiallo is 28 years old, 14-4 in MMA. Has great boxing and good offensive wrestling. He has 11 wins by knockout or TKO. Baiza is 29 years old, 10-2 in MMA. Has lost 2 in a row. Has good striking. Good offensively, but poor defensively in grappling and in wrestling or striking. He does have 7 wins by knockout or TKO. I like Fiallo in this fight at the plus 160 on the money line. I like the underdog in this fight. Next fight is Warallo against Omagnazev. Omagnazev is a minus 142 on the money line. Warallo is plus 116 on the money line. Warallo is 29 years old, 10-1. Great striking, has good grappling, good takedown defense. Just a well-rounded fighter. Has 4 wins by knockout, 3 wins by decision. Will have a 3-inch reach advantage in this fight, and he's 5-0 over his last 5. Omegnazev is 13-0, has good striking, good wrestling, and good cardio. Has 8 wins by knockout or TKO, 3 wins by submission. Is 5-0 over his last 5. I like Omegnazev to win this fight. And then in the main event of the evening, you have Belal Muhammad against Vincent Luque. Luque is a minus 188 favorite. Muhammad is a plus 152 underdog. Muhammad is 20-3. Looked great his last fight against Wonderboy Thompson. He has 15 wins by decision, 4 wins by knockout, and he also has good wrestling ability. Luque is 21-7-1. Luque beat Belal Muhammad by TKO. Great grappling. He's going to have a 3.5-inch reach advantage in this fight, and he has 11 wins by knockout or TKO and 8 wins by submission. So he has good power and he has good submission work if he gets you down. I think it's going to be a good competitive fight. But I like Luque here at the minus 188 on the money line. All right, that is all of the UFC fights for this weekend's card. But all right, I'll give out my MLB picks for today. I like the Nationals money line over the Pirates, the Blue Jays money line over the Yankees, the Los Angeles Angels money line over the Rangers, the Royals money line against the Tigers. I'm going to take the Rockies money line against the Cubs. That's going to be my picks for today. Again, to recap my picks of the day, I like the Rockies money line over the Chicago Cubs. I like the Kansas City Royals money line over the Detroit Tigers. I like the Los Angeles Angels money line over the Texas Rangers. The Toronto Blue Jays money line over the New York Yankees, and the Washington Nationals money line over the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's going to be my picks for today for the MLB games. There's no NBA games tonight. We have the last 2 play-in games tomorrow, and then the playoff series starts on Saturday and Sunday this weekend. You have NBA playoffs getting ready to start. Don't forget, big wrestling show coming up this weekend. If you're around the Muncie, Indiana area, don't miss the Bearcat Rumble 2. It's presented by DCCW. It's a fundraiser for the Muncie Wrestling Club. All money from this event, concessions, ticket sales, everything, go back to the Muncie Wrestling Club. So come out and support the Muncie Wrestling Club on this Saturday at Muncie Central High School here in Muncie, Indiana. 6 o'clock doors open, 7 o'clock bell time. You won't be disappointed. The DCCW puts on a great show and puts out a great product all the time. So come support that this Saturday. 6 p.m. doors open, 7 p.m. is the bell time, and that's not even all. Also on that card is Epico and Primo, as Epico and Primo, former WWE superstars, will be on the card. Not only on the card, they are wrestling for the DCCW Tag Team Championships against the Indiana Tag Team of the Year, the highlight reel. And as if that's not a big enough match, Carlito is going to be in the house. Now that's cool. Carlito going to be in the house, and Carlito's going to be wrestling a mystery opponent. We'll find out Saturday night who Carlito's mystery opponent is. We're not so this Saturday night, and also there will be an appearance by Rikishi there. Again, all money, all ticket sales, all concessions, all they also have event shirts, all the event shirt sales. Everything goes back to the Muncie Wrestling Club. It's a great show for a great cause. Come help support the kids. as they are trying to become better student athletes. No problem, Mike. The con man is always welcome. Welcome on the show. Come on the afternoon. You can come on the ASAP Afternoon Blitz anytime. And I appreciate you on here, supporting me. Appreciate everybody that watches this show and gives us their support. Don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room on our network. Then we're also live on the All Sports All Play ASAP Sports Network. Like I said, I can't thank these guys enough for the opportunities that they gave me. I host the afternoon show, the ASAP Afternoon Blitz. That's the show Mike was on earlier today. I host that on the ASAP All Sports Plays networks on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. That show's even on the some of the TV channels. And then I also make appearances on the morning show over there. They have a great morning show. You have Pride, you have Freddie, Jay McLovin, Mike Hughes, the Con Man. Today we had a new guy in Deontay. Can't forget Greg that does the afternoon show with me. Just a bunch of great guys over there at ASAP All Sports All Plays. So make sure you go check them out as well. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Don't forget that big wrestling show this Saturday. If you're around the Muncie, Indiana area and you can come support them kids, please do. We will be airing tomorrow night. I'll be airing DCCW's last show, Rock and Roll Never Dies. That'll be aired tomorrow. We're going to go with, let's go with like 8:30 Friday night. We will air Rock and Roll Never Dies, DCCW's last show. Just for people that haven't seen a DCCW show, you can see what they're all about. But thanks for joining us. We're live with this show every day, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 11 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room, our sports talk show. So come join us on. It's more of a late night show. We talk about, kind of recap what happened in the day in sports and talk the top stories in sports. So come check that out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room. We also have a pro wrestling podcast, GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room. New episodes of it drop every Sunday at 9 a.m. So make sure you go check that out. You can find it on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, all at Gonzo's Wrestling Room. Or you can find the video version at YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Please hit that subscribe button while you're over there on YouTube. And you can also find GSR Gonzo Sports Room and Easy Money, a sports betting show in podcast form on all major podcast platforms as well. Please rate and review the podcast. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitch, please hit the like and the follow buttons. Please share with a friend. We appreciate all the support. And we will see you guys back here, right here on the Gonzo Sports Room Network and the ASAP All Sports All Plays Network tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for joining us today. Have a great day. Stay safe. And we will see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Hope everybody wins some of this easy money that's out there tonight. Peace.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.